Hello students, how are you? Yes. So now we are going to start our this lesson. Okay, so in our previous class we have studied about soil profile and soil horizon. Do you remember that? The soil profile and soil horizon? Yes. So student, we have to study the soil profile and soil horizon. We have studied in the previous class. So the activity which we have done that we have to mix a handful of soil into water and we have to leave this glass for a while, for an hour. Okay, then we can see the different layers formed. There are different layers formed. Okay, so this complete layers is known as soil profile. Soil profile means what are the things that is present in the soil. Okay, and individual section of the soil profile is known as soil horizon. All the individual section like humus, water, clay, sand and gravels, they are known as sand horizon, soil horizon. Okay, so when we talk about the complete thing that is present in the soil, that is a soil profile, but the individual thing that is present in the soil is known as soil horizon. Okay, so student, now we are going to study about the horizon of soil. Okay, that is present in the earth. So for this, what we have done, we have done a cut section of the soil, and we found that there are three horizon and the last one is the bedrock. Okay, so if we are counting each and every horizon, so basically it is divided into three horizon, and CRT has divided into three horizon: A horizon, B horizon and C horizon, and after the C horizon there is a bedrock. Okay, so if we count in total, there are four basic divisions in the soil. First one is A horizon, second one is B horizon, C, and third one is C horizon, and last is bedrock. So student, now I am giving you 30 seconds to observe what are the things you can see in each and every horizon, that is A, B and C and the bedrock. What are the characteristics of each and every horizon? Okay students. Okay, so now we will discuss about each and every horizon that we can see in the A horizon. What we can see, the in A horizon mainly different plants and animal live. Plants and animal we can see here. Okay, and this layer is only appropriate for the growth of plant. Now in the B horizon, what we can see, that it is little bit hard layer. Okay, harder than A horizon. Okay, and in the C horizon we can see that there is many crevices. Okay, crevices can be seen here, so that the water can percolate inside the bedrock. And the last layer, that is a hard stony layer, that is bedrock, and it is very hard, harder than all these three horizon. So basically all these three horizon has its own characteristics. Okay, now we will deal with each characteristics. Now see, if we are saying that the uppermost layer is suitable for growth of the plant, then it is essential that that layer is rich in humus. So the uppermost horizon is generally dark in color as it is rich in humus and minerals. Soil fertile provide the nutrients to grow plants. This layer is generally soft, porous and can retain more water. It is called the topsoil or A horizon. What is called? It is called A horizon or the topsoil. This provides shelter for many living organisms such as worms, rodents, moles, beetles. The root of small plants are embedded entirely in the topsoil. So we can see here that mainly the biotic component, whatever we have studied, they are on the top layer. Okay, and all the agricultural practices are done on the horizon A. So basically the horizon A is very important for the living organism also, because majority of the crops, majority of the plants and trees are grown over there, and the roots are in the region of horizon A only. Okay, now moving to the next horizon student, the next layer has lesser amount of humus but has more minerals. Okay, now think, the upper layer is having humus and the lower layer is having minerals. This layer is generally harder and more compact and is called B horizon or the middle layer. Okay student, so the next layer is rich in horizon is rich in minerals. It is rich in minerals. Clear? So student, now C horizon, which is made up of small lumps of rock with cracks and crevices. There are many cracks and crevices, and so that the water can percolate very easily through this region. And below this horizon there is bedrock, and we all know that this bedrock is very hard and difficult to dig with spade. So altogether we have studied three horizon, that is A horizon, B horizon and C horizon. Now yes student, now you will tell what are the things you have understood under these horizon. Okay, so in A horizon it is rich in, yes, who will tell me? A horizon is rich in humus. Very good. Yes student, A horizon is rich in humus. But tell me, what are the biotic component over here? Like all the plants root can be seen here, and some of the rodents also can be seen in the A region. Now in the B region, what you can see, that basically it has humus, but it has less humus, but it is rich in minerals, rich in minerals. Okay, it is rich in minerals. And what about C horizon students? So C horizon is basically having cracks and crevices. It is having cracks and crevices. Okay, so these are the three horizons of the soil, and the last one we know that it is a bedrock, and bedrock contains very hard and hardy stone which cannot even be dug with the spade. Okay, so students, see, often we see that there is the loss of topsoil. There are different reasons of the loss of topsoil. What can be your thinking about the loss of topsoil? How it is losing, how we are losing the topsoil that is rich in humus, and it is also beneficial for agriculture. So you think that the population is increasing day by day? Yes or no? Yes, population is increasing day by day. Okay, so there is deforestation occurring. Deforestation has increased a lot. Deforestation has increased a lot. Okay, so when we see that the trees are being cut down, then it is very obvious that the soil, that is top layer, is now free. They are now not attached with the tree, they are free to move. Okay, so when the wind will blow, or with the wind and rain, what will happen? The top layer of the soil will move into the river along with water. Okay, so it will move into the river, and that's why this is also one of the reason for flood in the river, because it is increasing the depth of the, means it is decreasing the depth of the river. River depth is decreasing, means suppose this is the actual depth of river, but due to the soil that has come from land, now the depth has decreased. Now this is the depth, again soil will come, now this is the depth, so this will cause flood in the river. So it is very essential to protect our topsoil. Okay, and if we are not doing so, then we should be ready for the natural calamity which we are facing right now. So we as a student should also act as activists to protect our soil. We should plant more and more trees around us, and it is not that just we are speaking that we have to plant, we have to do such activity on the daily purpose to protect our topsoil. Now you have to tell me how many layers are present in the soil. So if we are including the bedrock also, we are just saying the layers. So if we are including the bedrock also, then there are 4 layers. But if the question will be how many horizons are there, so talking about the horizons, so basically there are 3 horizons, A, B and C. And yes student, you have to tell me the A is rich in humus and B is rich in minerals and C is rich in cracks and crevices. Okay. Now moving to the next part, students, see, we can see the what you can observe from this image, the different type of soil is present. Okay, and if we go to different region of our own country, then we will find different types of soil with different porosity, with different soil size. So soil size will be different. So if we say that the soil size is different, some soil is bigger in size, some soil is smaller in size, then definitely we can say that the water holding capacity will be dependent upon that. Yes or no? Water holding capacity. We don't know what is water holding capacity. So on the basis of soil size, the soil can be divided into different parts. Okay. So let's see the different parts of the soil first of all, and here is the image of different sizes of the soil which we can find in different region of our country. Okay, so you have to observe the particle size very carefully and its name also. So you have to include the particle size and name. So what you can say about the particle size, students? Yes, very good. So sand size is how much? 0.05 millimeter to 2 millimeter. Yes or no? Silt size is 0.002. Here it is 20 to 0.05. Okay, and here it is less than 0.002. So whose size is more? So we can say that the sand size is more. Yes or no? Then it comes silt. Then it comes of clay. Okay student, now basically there is one more kind of soil, that is when this sand, soil and clay are mixed, a special type of sand is formed, soil is formed, special type of soil is formed, that is a loamy soil. Okay, so basically we can see here the size of the particle is 0.05 millimeter to 2 millimeter. The size of the silt is 0.002 millimeter to 0.05 millimeter, and for the clay it is less than 0.002 millimeter. Okay, so these are the different sizes of the soil, and upon mixing some of the place we can see that there is mixture of these all things, that is they contain sand also, silt also and clay also. Such soil forms the loamy soil. Okay, now we will read the important points about sand, silt and clay. So student, we can see the soil is classified on the basis of proportion of particles of various sizes. Okay, so the first is sandy soil. If the soil contains greater proportion of bigger particles, it is called sandy soil. Okay, now clayey soil. If the proportion of fine particle is relatively higher, okay, so it is a clayey soil. What is loamy soil? It is the best soil. The best soil is the loamy soil for growing plants in the loam. So loamy soil is a mixture of sand, clay and another type of soil particles known as silt. So the loamy soil also has humus in it. It has the right water holding capacity for growth of the plant. Silt soil, silt occurs as a deposit of river beds. The size of the silt particle is between those of sand and clay. The size of silt particle is between those of sand and clay. Okay. So these are the few characteristics, and among all these soil, the best soil for the growing plant is loamy soil, because it is a mixture of, as we have discussed earlier also, sand, clay and another type of soil, that is silt. Sand, clay and silt, all these constitute the loamy soil. Okay, now see, now student, you can see the different sand sizes. Okay, and see, this is a combination of sand, silt and clay, and it is a loamy soil. Okay, so we can see that the size of the sand is more than it is of silt, then the smaller one is clay. And when we mix, not we are mixing, the nature itself has mixed sand, silt and clay, we are forming a combination of sand, silt and clay soil, that is forming a loamy soil. And such soil is very essential, very important for agricultural process. Okay, so sand, silt and clay will form a loamy soil. Now loamy soil is the mixture of sand, silt and clay. Okay, is it fine? Now moving to the next section. Now we are going to study about the percolation rate of the soil. And what does percolation rate of the soil means? Percolation means in how much time the water is actually goes inside the soil. Okay, this is known as percolation rate of the soil. So we will discuss about the definition of the percolation rate of the soil and its formula also, how we are going to perform or how we are going to find out the percolation rate of the soil. Okay, so we have to do one activity also. So what we are going to do, at a place where you collect the soil, place the pipe about 2 centimeter deep in the ground. So we have to place a pipe 2 centimeter, just 2 centimeter deep in the ground, and we have to pour 200 ml water in the pipe. For measuring 200 ml of water, you can use 200 ml bottle. Note the time when you start pouring the water. Okay, and after pouring the water, we have to see in how much time the complete water goes inside the soil. We have to note the time. Okay, so the process of passing down of water slowly through the soil is called percolation of water. So percolation means it is a process of passing down water slowly through the soil is called percolation of water. Percolation rate is the amount of water in ml that is percolated through the soil in unit time, that is in minute. So percolation rate is the amount of water that is percolated through the soil in unit time. So percolation rate equals to amount of water and percolation time. So this will give the percolation rate will be equal to the amount of water we have taken and divided by time. So this is the percolation rate. Okay student. Now percolation rate is highest in sandy soil because it is very loose. On the other hand, clayey soil is very compact and therefore has lowest rate of percolation rate. The rainwater moves or reaches to the well faster and in greater amount from the sandy soil. Okay, since clayey soil can retain the water in them, they are best to grow paddy because these paddy requires standing water in the field. Okay students, why in the paddy field? there is a clay soil because it can retain the water. The percolation rate is less. Okay, that means let's suppose this is a clay field, clay soil. So the size of the particles are very closely attached to each other. So the water finds very difficult to percolate through this layer. Water finds very difficult to percolate through this layer. Okay. So this land is suitable for paddy plant. Arrange the soil according to the percolation rate. So in which the percolation rate will be more, as we know that the size of sand is more, so the percolation rate in the sand will be more, then it will be in the silt, and at last it will be in the clay. Okay, so that's why we are saying that the clay soil is best for agricultural land. Okay, now we have studied about the soil profile, soil type and properties of soil. So horizon A consists of humus, small animals like rodents, crack and crevices, or both A and B. So yes, both A and B. Name the different type of soil, students. So first one is, yes, clay soil, sandy soil and loamy soil. Sorry, silt. And all this makes a loamy soil. Now you have to define the percolation rate. It is a process through which the water can enter inside the soil. This is known as percolation rate. So now your homework is you have to make a chart of soil profile in your area, and you have to find out the biotic component in the park or a playground, and you have to also take the images also. Okay students, so I hope you have enjoyed this session. We will meet in the next class. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.